Hi, I'm Lou, and this is Evolutionary Eats. I'm back! Yay! So I'm going to make a small child today. I'm kidding. No, this is a chicken, but this is one of the biggest chickens I've ever seen in my life. And there were bigger ones than this at the grocery store. So what I'm going to do today is teach you how to make a turkey for Thanksgiving. However, instead, I'm using this large chicken. Typically when I make chickens or turkeys for the holidays, I actually make a 16-pound and I smoke it. But today we're going to roast it, going to brine it, and I'm going to show you how to do all of this. And I forgot one thing, so let me step away for a second. It's just behind me. There it is. So earlier today, I made a brine, and it has lovely ingredients in this little bag. Get started here, and this is going to be very simple. I have this lovely chicken, 6 pounds, 6.6 pounds, so 6 2/3, and I'm going to take out any innards that are in this chicken, and you have to check the back as well to see if there's a paper bag in there, and there isn't. With turkeys, you'll probably get giblets. So I'm going to take this beautiful chicken, and I'm going to cross-contaminate everything on this table and go into the pot. Yay! And then I like my giblets brined as well. So I've got this chicken in the pot, and what I did here is this is about 2 cups of water, a cup of kosher salt, a cup of sugar. We're going to take this brine bag, I'm going to put it in the pot, and I made a cooked brine. You don't have to make a cooked brine. If you're not doing cooked brine, it's just salt and sugar and maybe some garlic and onion, and that's it. So, and then we're going to take what I made this morning into this pot. Make sure this is 100% cooled before you pour it over your chicken so you're not cooking your chicken. Then, about 2 cups of ice, approximately 4 cups of water. You just want to make sure this is completely submerged. I have too much water in there. And then I have a jar of apple juice, bottle. And we're going to probably use about 2 cups of this. So the reason I'm using the apple juice is because it gives a lovely appley flavor, which is delicious. And it also has a little acid in it, which will help break down the fibers. Now, I'm going to stuff the little legs in here. And then I'm going to put a lid on it. This is going to go into the refrigerator for about 2 hours. If you're doing a turkey, you can leave it up to 12 hours. Use a 5-gallon bucket. Put it in an ice chest, pack it with ice, it'll be fine overnight. So stash this away for about 2 hours. When we come back to do this, we will throw it in the oven and roast it. Yay! 2 hours have passed. And now this lovely giant chicken is about to come out of its happy little bath that it's had for the last 2 hours in apple juice and all these lovely spices and salt and sugar. And I'm just going to pull this little bugger out by, this giant bugger, it's huge, out by the legs and let some of this water drain off before I put it in this pan lined with paper towels. All right, I don't want to take that stuff out, that's disgusting. So here we have this nice chicken. And what I usually do is let this sit. I'm going to do this because this is like the Peter Gabriel shot. This is awesome. I don't know if anybody remembers Peter Gabriel, but he did this song called Big Time, and he had a dancing chicken in it. And so this is what I do. I set it up so it's on its little back so the water drains out of the chicken because you don't want too much water in here. I will usually let this sit for 10-15 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I make up my spice rub, I've got my oven preheated, all of that wonderful stuff. And so here's the spice rub. I don't want it, well, I'll have to touch it anyway because it doesn't matter, it's going to get messy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the chicken, and hopefully y'all will be able to see this. I just said y'all. I am such a Texan. Anyway, and we're going to break off this membrane that is under here. Got to get your hands up in here. This is not pretty. This is very messy. If you are uncomfortable with handling chickens, have somebody else do this, or turkeys. And I got to tell you, it's probably easier to do this on a turkey than it is on this chicken. And then I like to oil it first. And I've still got the paper towels in here, don't worry about that. And give it a little massage with the oil. I'm going to flip it over. And this is a good time to take the paper towels out. Flip that baby over. And we're going to oil the back. And you'll see I'm doing this in the pan that I'm actually going to cook this in. And then while I've got it here on its back, I'm going to take some of the rub. And this is going to get messy. See my hand? We're going to give this a nice massage all over the outside, on the thighs, on the wings. And it's easier to do this now than trying to flip it 15 times while you're doing this. We are not going to get any of this rub under the skin on the back, and there's really no reason to, because everything's going to actually go down in the skin. Now, I'm going to open this up just a little bit, take my spoon, dump it in there, and get up. This is why you broke the membrane. You want to get that spice rub on the breast. Do another one here. And I probably made too much rub, but that's okay. Oh, it's not going. I'm wrestling a chicken here. And then there's also another membrane here on the thigh. So we're going to get in here with the thigh. That was my cat making noise. So maybe not. We're going to put that spice rub in the cavity as well. All right. So we are done with this. Now, there's two ways to do this. You can either truss this puppy up, or the shortcut that I like to use is actually cutting the skin in here, cutting the skin, and then stuffing this in. I don't know if I have enough skin to do this, but we're going to find out. All right. So I have to turn this just a little bit because I can't stab it. Make a cross here, and then go up a little bit. You don't want to have it to the point where you're actually going to tear it all the way through. And I'm trying not to hurt myself too in the process of doing this. This skin is tough. You know, they say they grow everything bigger in Texas. I believe it with this chicken. And then we're going to take this leg and we're going to put it in here. Maybe. If this doesn't work, I have string handy. Got to fight it just a little bit. And there it is. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I don't know if this is going to work. Tearing it. Okay, there it goes. So there you see that I have trussed my chicken beautifully. Next thing we're going to do, and I might need a little more spice rub on the outside of this, is we're going to fold the wings. So fold it this way. And we're going to fold it this way. Oop, just broke it. And that's that. Now, the next thing we have to do is get this up on a rack. Now, I don't have a rack that actually fits in this pan, so I made this beautiful foil piece here. And I have another one, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's going to get really noisy. Okay. Foil. Right here. I'm going to fold this in half-ish. Now we're going to crumple it up. We're going to fold it into thirds. You don't want it too tight. And we're just going to curve it a little bit. Lift up the tail. Put that under there. And then once you get it on there, you just mash it down to the height that you need it. Now what's going to happen is all these pan juices are going to come underneath, and you're going to end up with this beautiful, beautiful juice that you can make into gravy later on. And it's going to be the best gravy you've ever had. All right, so I'm going to take the rest of the spice and just sprinkle it on. Oh, come on, let's just do this. Big and messy. Spread it around a little bit so that skin gets that beautiful, beautiful crust of spices and deliciousness on it. And we're about ready to go. The oven is ready. I'm going to wash my hands, stick this thing in, and I'll show you what else to do in just a minute. Everything's good to go. I probably wasted my time, kind of, except I wanted my thermometer not to be chicken gooey. So do not use pop-up thermometers. The pop-up thermometer that is in a turkey is there for convenience, and here's why. Number one, it's in the breast, which isn't the best place to take a temperature for a turkey. You want that actual temperature to be taken closest to the thigh bones and the back bones because they take the longest time to cook. The breast is going to cook very quickly. All of this other stuff that's underneath is going to take some time to get completely cooked. So I have my instant read thermometer or my timer thermometer, whichever you want to do. I have it set for 160 degrees. My ideal temperature is 165. However, because of carryover cooking, the temperature is going to raise as it rests. 160 degrees will be just fine. If you want it a little higher, that's fine. It actually, with the brine, can take a slightly higher temperature. So don't worry about it too much. All right, and also don't remove that pop-up thermometer because all those juices will just come out. So you don't want to do that. So I am going to take this guy right here and kind of stab him in, if I can, stab him in inward toward the breast and on the thigh. And that's that. Now, we are going to, and I can see the temperature just dropped significantly. And it's dropping. So that means I kept it at a safe temperature when it was brining. Yes! Because we don't want food poisoning. That would be bad. All right, and I'm going to stick this in the oven. It's going to sit here. I'm going to have it in for about 2 hours. Turkeys are going to take a little bit longer. And then we'll check it, see how it's doing. I've got the oven set at 350 degrees. And off we go. Guess what's ready? Our chicken is ready. We're so excited. This is going to be delicious. And I'm going to now attempt to pull it out of the oven. Now I'm really going to pull it out. It's going to be beautiful. Ta-da! Imagine a 16-pound turkey coming out of your oven, ready for Thanksgiving Day. And this is what you present. It's beautiful. There's lots of beautiful juice down in the bottom of the pan so you can make a nice gravy. It's completely cooked. The skin is crispy, so everybody's going to be really happy. So there's my chicken. I'm Lou. This is Evolutionary Eats, a study of grub, and this is all about your turkey day. Please go to evolutionaryeats.com for recipes for the rub, for the brine, for cooking times and temperatures and everything else you're going to need for Thanksgiving. Again, I'm Lou, Evolutionary Eats, and thanks for watching. Bye!
Bach.